Only one thing matters. The truth.
What's up, y'all? Welcome to the Trent the Truth Show. What's up, y'all? Welcome to the Trent the Truth Show. I'm your host, Trent the Truth. Whatever you're doing, wherever you're listening from, thank you for tuning in. Please like and subscribe to our podcast on Spotify and YouTube. It's the Trent the Truth Show. And while you're doing that, give us some love on social media. It's Trent the Truth on Instagram, TikTok, wherever you search. Real quick, today's episode is brought to you by K's Cakes. Are you looking for a dessert that tastes just as good as it looks? Whether you're celebrating a birthday, baby shower, or just treating yourself throughout the week, K's Cakes has you covered. We service the entire Chicagoland area and surrounding cities. We also deliver. From custom cakes to gourmet treats, K's Cakes can bring your vision to life, one delicious bite at a time. Place your order at kayscakes.com. Check the spelling, KAYES.com. And also follow us on Instagram at K's Cakes to see what's fresh out the oven. K's Cakes, because every celebration deserves something sweet. And just like I tell you guys, if you want to be a guest, you want to sponsor an episode, you got any questions, comments, or anything you want me to address, just email me at trentthetruthshow@gmail.com. Again, that's trentthetruthshow@gmail.com. And if you're feeling good, you want to bless us, you know the cash out. It's Trent the Truth 88. Again, that's Trent the Truth 88. Don't forget to put the $ in the front. And for the people out there in TV land, we got the QR code on the screen ready for you to pull your phone out and make your donation from wherever you're watching. But whatever it is that you decide to do with the show, whether it's a donation, question, comment, you want to be a guest or a sponsor, we truly appreciate that. Continuous proof. We always got great guests with us. Today we got Miss J. What's up, girl?
Hey.
How you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing good. Thank you for coming.
Oh, thank you for having me.
Yeah, I had to get you on here, you know,
Yes.
to nudge at you to see if you're still the same. You know, you
same but different.
Same but different. As you already know, there is a thick fraternity with Stain Gang, our Stain Gang community.
Absolutely.
So, you know, we go back 4 flats on a Cadillac.
There you have it.
For real.
Yes.
Long time.
Long time. Very long.
So what you been up to?
Oh, enjoying life, trying to stay sane, check on my mental, and live the best life God has given me.
What you mean trying to stay sane?
In the world that we live in today, it's a lot of complications. So life be life, but you take one day at a time.
You got to know how to handle that thing.
You do.
And shit.
Take a step back if you need to. The life is yours, not nobody else's.
Right. What kind of work you do?
Ooh. I'm an investigator with the state of Illinois.
Oh, shit. Niggas finna get fined.
Yes. That is my job for the last 7 years.
And what is that, though?
I investigate child abuse and neglect.
Taking babies.
Hey, why is it always taking babies?
Because that's what y'all get in there for.
No.
It's a dirty job.
It's a dirty job, but it's to help families. It's not to take babies. What people don't realize is if we take the kids, that's the last result.
Right.
The very last result. That means the parents failed in that family.
Yeah, no, I just be poking fun. I do hear that a lot, though. Like, people in those services, they don't be looking to take y'all damn kids.
No. But I'm the baby snatcher, as some people say.
You say you've been doing that 7 years?
7 years. And I haven't taken that many children in
that
7
many
years.
But, you know, I'm sure, I don't even know if you could talk about like those specific cases, but are there any cases that you know they're going to stick with you?
The death cases.
Parents will kill they?
Yes. That's what sticks. It's when I have the babies. have one 3 months old. That's what I do it for. The babies that can't speak.
And what they just neglected, beaten?
Both. Neglect, beat.
At 3 months?
Yeah. So there are kids that have been raped at that age.
No.
So if you want to talk about it, we'll talk about it. However, somebody has to do the job, like you said.
Right.
And that's me.
Wow. Damn, that's deep. What led you to that path though?
So I've been in child welfare for the last maybe 20 years, including college.
Okay.
So I started off in domestic violence. I'm a domestic violence advocate. I'm certified.
Right.
And then I switched to family services and a need for disadvantaged families. That's DCFS in a sense.
Is this something that's like super near to you, or like?
I wouldn't say near, but I do have a passion for it. Like certain cases, you can see my passion when I talk about it.
Anything you experienced?
The experiences is when it comes to the babies of the ones that I have taken, and them saying, "Am I finally going to go to someone who will love me?" And that's the most important thing for me, to be able to provide a loving home for the kids. But unfortunately, all homes ain't loving when we take them.
Right.
So I do my best to keep the kids at home, because I know if I take them, what I might be exposing them to.
Wow. No, I'm saying, is it something that's like dear to you because of some sort of experiences in your life?
The love of wanting to be loved.
Oh.
You asked.
Right. Wow, that is deep. So it's almost like the lack made you want to make sure nobody else feels like that.
Correct. So I'm going to pour into you. The amount of time that I have, and I don't have a lot of time with these children, I'm pouring into them.
Okay.
Providing the resources that I need. Just talked to a young girl, 15. She doesn't understand why her mom doing the certain things that she's doing. But because I know from both sides, I'm pouring into her to say, when you get older, you'll realize it. But I'm going to put therapy in place so you can get to that point and you won't repeat the cycle that your mom is doing.
And you got to go home with that.
Every day.
So I know counseling for you is...
I've been with my therapist.
You live with your counselor.
For 7 years.
Wow. So that's a lot to just deal with, to hold, to unload.
Absolutely.
And you wake up every day ready for it.
Yeah. This week's been good though. I had no cases.
No cases, so that's a good week. Is that the only week?
Right now, it's been good.
Okay.
Out of the 7 years that I've been in this position, this has been the only time that my caseload is as low as it is. I'm at 8. I've been known to be at 30 and 40 investigations.
At a time.
At a time. And with my other colleagues in different locations, that's 100 on a desktop. How can we service all those families?
Do a lot of the reports be false?
Yes. A lot of the reports are false. However, you have those. Again, you have the death cases. You have the cases that come up on social media or come up on the news that is priority. But that's up to that investigator and that team.
Damn. And you did that straight out of college?
No.
Okay.
I did domestic violence.
You did say that.
So when I was in college, I did internships at the domestic violence shelter.
Mm-hmm.
And so I worked with that until I came back home in 2016. I got a job offer doing the same thing. And then I switched to investigations.
That's pretty good. Just to jog back to your college days.
Okay.
I do see some of the colors in your glasses a little bit. Am I looking at it right?
You are.
I am.
You are.
I know you pledged
I did.
AKAs.
Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated.
I heard that. Talk about that. How was that?
Oh, it's a journey. Since the age of 13, I wanted to be a member of the organization. I had mentors, my auntie and one of her sorors that took me under their wing. Started doing mentorship programs at an early age. Even when at Morgan Park, I was in their Little Sisters program. And then as time went on, that was my goal going to college. I first started at Western Illinois University. They were on the yard. However, my sophomore year, they were not. And so this was always something that I wanted to do. And so I ended up finishing everything spring 14. And I was out of college. I was going into grad school.
You just explained like a deep history. Any notable women as AKAs that?
Any notable? We
Well,
have a
not to
lot.
say it like
Oh
not to
my
say it like that.
goodness.
Yeah,
We
but I'm
have a
saying like,
lot. You have Felicia Rashad.
okay,
Okay. Alicia Keys.
okay.
You have who do we just have? You have Brandy, the singer Brandy, who came in a few years ago.
We got the same birthday. Shouts to Brandy.
Maya
Aquarius
Angelou.
gang. Okay.
We have a lot. Now, don't quote me on all of them because now it's running through my head, but we definitely have a lot. And just a powerful thing. I love my sisterhood.
That's good. I do like the sisterhood. I respect it. You know, shouts to the AKAs and all other fraternities and sororities.
Yes.
Because I know y'all really, really get into it. Y'all take it serious.
Absolutely.
It's a deep history and it's something to respect.
Absolutely.
You know? Yeah, I get that. What work do y'all do in the community?
Oh, we do a lot of work. You can find the AKAs planting flowers, planting trees. We give back. I am in a chapter of Chi Omega Omega that is services the Inglewood area mostly. We have Grand Boulevard, Kenwood area. In those areas, we provide turkey giveaways in November. We just did breakfast with Santa in December. And then we did MLK Day, which brought the families together just to learn their history, family history, heritage, just things like that, where we pour into the community. Even if it's adopting a school, the entire organization, we have different initiatives that we do: social justice, building our economics, strengthening our families. We want to target everything and have families so families can benefit from everything.
Oh, that's dope. But okay, so I know it's a lot of other sororities that also do work in the community and things like that. How do y'all set yourselves apart though? Or should I ask, is there some sort of like competitive rivalry with sororities and fraternities?
It is. Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority is the first and the finest. However, we do have our Greek sisters and brothers that we kind of even collaborate with. So it could be a rivalry of the National Panhellenic Council. We all come together as the Divine Nine. It's 9 fraternities and sororities that we are a family, regardless of our different organizations. We come together also for that, but we have the different scholarships. So even if we're competing with the different scholarships just to see how much money we can give out or things like that, but it's all in love.
Exactly.
But we definitely do compete,
and it all benefits the community.
It definitely does. Right. So kids are going to school with scholarships. My chapter over the years gave over $35,000 worth of scholarships, and each year we try to give more because we know how the economy is today and that people need help.
Right.
Yeah.
That's pretty good, man. So it's really it's a reason you in it. Like you said, it's a deep history.
Absolutely.
And we want to continue the work that's going on in these neighborhoods, making sure we're doing our part.
Absolutely. Even if it's cleaning up the neighborhood, just giving back in any way we can, whether it's clothes, socks. So we do that at our turkey giveaway too. We make sure that their socks, clothes, scarves, and all of that, just to make sure that even in the winter times that everybody is covered. Coat drives, and each organization does that as well. But it's just to give back. And when you join these organizations, it's a lifetime.
Right.
So with the white fraternities and sororities, theirs is their stop after college. We continue this into the day that we die.
Okay.
And so that's what I love about it, because at any point I'm still a member and I still want to give back. If this is why I joined, why not continue it?
Right.
So yeah.
That's nice. That is good. That is good. Much respect. The reason I really wanted to get you down here is, like I said, I wanted to make sure you were still the same. Because, you know, back in high school and a little bit afterwards, you know, you used to talk that single for life stuff.
Yes.
And, you know, 18, 19, 20, you know, it sounds wonderful. It sounds cute. It sounds fun. It sounds like something, you know, that you might want to sustain. But now that you're not 18 anymore, we're not going.
I got you. Yes.
Is that still working for you?
Is it still working for me? In hindsight, yes.
What you mean hindsight?
Well, not hindsight, but overall, is it still working? Yes, because I'm able to be free. And I don't have to answer to anybody.
Is that it?
For me, but again, so even when you said 18, 19, I started Single for Life Golden when I was 15.
Wow.
15 years old. So 20 years later, I'm better off single. I can have my friends, but it has to be somebody who really can allow me to be me.
And you saying ain't nobody been able to do that?
No.
In 20 damn years?
No. Most of the time I'm running to men. I have a lot of male friends. I've been that way since high school.
But the common denominator is who?
It's me, but that's okay.
So how do you solve your problem?
Is it a problem though?
Well, right, you're right. Maybe I shouldn't say that. But okay, because on the outside looking in, people will look at, oh, you know, she's single, she's been single this long. Yeah, she's been saying that, but now it's starting to look like something different. How do you redefine that though? Being single. How do you wear it?
How do I wear it? Standing in my truth. So even when I just stated I don't want to dim my life for anybody. I want you to accept me for who I am.
Why do you think getting in a relationship would dim your life?
Not saying that, but what I'm saying is, okay, again, with me having male friends, the men who I've gone on dates with, oh, you can't have male friends. That doesn't work for me if that's my foundation.
Them those guys.
Huh?
I get it.
You said them those guys?
Those are, but you know what? I was looking at a post today. They was on a game show, and this guy was asking his girl if she could have male friends, and they not want something, you know, talking about platonic relationships.
Right.
She called a friend. She asked him on the date, and he like, you sure you want to go on a date? You want to go on a date like you like me, you know? But in the end, he took the date. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
To prove.
Yeah.
That maybe platonic relationships ain't real unless y'all like the same thing.
Okay, so let me ask you this, and I ask this question all the time. In elementary school, did you just have friends of the same sex?
In elementary school, yeah, I had all kind of friends.
In high school,
all kind of
was
friends.
it co-ed?
All kind of friends.
In college, or after high school, did you have co-ed friends?
Yeah.
Why does it stop when you get in a relationship?
It's not that it stops. It's just it's optics.
Okay, it's optics, and
it's just the way things look, you know. Because I feel like you put any two people
Mm-hmm.
of the opposite
Mm-hmm.
and lock them up together long enough, something will happen.
Okay.
Even the woman that the guy may describe as the most undesirable, or
Correct.
even the woman saying, describing the guy so hideous. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You put them together long enough,
True.
something's gonna happen.
But there is respect and boundaries.
Of course.
I am a beautiful woman. The men that I hang out with that love me and protect me, I know some are attracted to me, but they respect me enough to not cross those boundaries. And that's life. Because we are human and you might have your urges, but if I'm telling you I'm not into you or whatever, you respect that. And if you are a person who doesn't, then you're not my friend.
Right.
So the core people that I have, I call my big brothers. I can go out. They have wives. We're a family because at some point I didn't have a family. So for me, do I walk away from those who have supported me in my sickness and in my success for somebody who might not even last?
Look, I get it.
So that's where it comes from. Of even when you ask them with me being single for life, of
the key thing though is it's got to be some trust.
absolutely,
The trust has to be there.
Absolutely.
That nigga got to be gay.
No. For you, no. I have real platonic friends that are males, and if I did not have them in my life, I believe that I would be worse off. These are the ones who's prayed for me, who's been sitting in the hospital with me on days when I didn't have anybody else.
Drawing feelings like that, and then just that's my homie.
But if they see me as friends or little sisters, that's it's just
exists. No, I get that.
Yeah, so I'm not gonna for somebody who might be temporary. It's not worth it. For me, it's not.
So overall, a lot of people will disagree, but you saying it does exist. I do believe it exists.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you know what I'm saying? The trust got to be there. The respect got to be there. You got to have that level of restraint.
Yeah.
And the relationship, the friendship got to be like real and genuine.
Absolutely.
Not a failed relationship turned friendship. And I guess that's why a lot of people...
They do it like that. But even the guys that I've talked to, I realized that they were better as friends than being in a relationship with.
So you was trying to be in a relationship with them?
There are some, not the ones who I bros on, like said bros, but there are some who.
And how do you know the difference? I didn't mean to cut you off.
How do I know the difference
between the ones you gonna bros on? Is it and the ones that you'll explore a relationship with?
So
what sets that boundary between the two?
It varies. So for me, because of my interest once before, I liked older men. And so the ones who I was bros on was the ones that were my age.
Oh, wow.
I can see you as a friend. I'm not attracted to you like that, but you seem like a good person. Let me get to know you that way. And it benefits more. Like I recently had a friend and I switched. So I was like, now that I'm getting older, let me start talking to them in my age. I talked to somebody that was actually younger than me and I thought it was going to work. It didn't. But he's like the best friend that I ain't going to say that I've never had, but we're closer now than we were as talking.
And see, you proving the point as to why a lot of men will feel like platonic relationships don't work because, okay, let's say a new guy coming to the picture and you telling him about your friend Ben. You know, let's just call the nigga Ben. Yeah.
Okay.
Hey, yeah, this is Ben. And then he starts to investigate and ask how you know Ben. And you tell him, he tried to get with me.
Right. But he tried to get with me.
And it didn't happen. So to your new guy, it's gonna look like Ben is lying in wait. He's just waiting again, to.
But a lot of people are. So it goes based on
that's why they
your
feel
security.
like that shit ain't gonna work.
So let me also say this.
Y'all got to be real friends. Grew up together.
Oh,
Never tried to do nothing.
no,
Never
Trent,
hugged.
no.
That's the only way it's
That's
gonna
the only
work
way
for me.
cool for you. But let me
No,
drop something
You
else.
can't. No.
I identify as solo poly.
I just know one thing is coochie.
So even being in a poly situation, although
solo poly. Also, so a motherfucker can hit you up like, yeah, you want to come join us? Okay. Is that something that when you go out, and I know it just be blind, are you always open to that, or you just like, is it seasons where you be like, all right, this season, this summer, this spring, or whatever?
The moment.
Okay.
The situation.
Okay.
Because I can go in, and recently it's been the women approaching me. So I go out with a couple of my guys or whatever, and they be like, she wants you. Oh, okay. I'm not paying. Sometimes I have it on, sometimes I have it off where I'm not really paying attention to it. And it happens. Not saying that I indulge sexually, but it's a conversation.
Right.
And so I can go in, I can go out, but I'm not tied to anybody.
Right.
So that's again where it's the solo part. I'm not tied to anybody because I'm single.
You can hit them both.
And go about my business.
Okay.
And so even with you stating of a gentleman asking me about somebody previously, I'm bringing this to the table in the beginning. I'm not hiding who I am because I'm not dimming my light. This is who I am. And again, oh yeah, you like it until it's put in your face.
Right.
And then when it's put in your face, now you have to make a decision of if that's really what you want.
Because you probably...
But it's not just one-sided. Sometimes I put myself in uncomfortable situations to see how I will react.
You reaching this woman better than he is.
Ooh, niggas ain't that. Niggas ain't that.
Oh, shit.
They'll hate that. Y'all spending too much time together.
For real.
It happens.
I seen, what was that, Twi movie?
I don't think
it's an old
one.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't think I saw that.
But yeah, the dude, he wanted to play around. Yep. They invited a chick in.
Yep.
And then the two girls started hanging out a little more, and then their relationship started getting sour. Every time he called, she's with Jan.
Yeah.
That shit crazy. Wow. Wow. So you say the moment is really what?
It's in the moment for me.
Okay. So it don't even be like a club set.
Nope. Anything. I can be anywhere.
Faculty meeting. And
I can be at work.
Wow.
I can be anywhere, and it be like, okay. And it's and it just
Has it went down at work?
No, because I don't mix business with pleasure.
Okay, because you mean you offered that one.
Yeah, okay. But no, no.
Mm-mm. Okay. This is a family show. What type of woman are you?
I am a strong woman. I am a woman who is caring. I am a woman who supports in ways that people don't think a person can support. Confident, beautiful. I'm just me. Like, I am woman, but I represent women well.
Do you have house sense? If you were to, are you domesticated?
Mm-hmm. I am domesticated. If I can have a man to lead, I'm very submissive.
Okay. Now what's leading to you?
So leading is taking initiative. That's
thinking of shit you ain't think of.
That, or even being considerate. So lead can be different things, and we're at this point of how social media allows things to be where it's like that's not how life should be. I don't want a pillow princess as a man. I want, not so much aggressive, but authoritative. Like, just tell me what it is and I'll follow.
Right. You
But
want the old fashioned.
but respectfully.
Right.
Don't mistreat me. But if you treat me right and provide, and when I say provide, it doesn't have to be financial.
Right.
It could be provide with what I deal with on a daily basis. Provide a safe space.
Would you be able to submit to a man that you're sharing life bills with? Like, rent or mortgage $1,200. He asking for $600.
Yeah.
You can submit to that. Okay, so what tells you? So just the level of leadership.
For that is just the confidence,
right?
To be able to take care of it. Take care of business the way that you need to as a man. I can't say exactly what a man is because I'm not a man. But if a man tells me, "Hey, here are the roles that I believe a man and a woman should do," more than likely I will submit to it.
Okay.
Whether that's cleaning dishes, cleaning up the house, taking care of the utilities, and you take care of the mortgage, you take care of the cars, we good.
Right.
But that's ideal because I've never been in a relationship. So that's the things that I believe.
And that's something you got to see.
You got to put me in it for me to, yeah.
And you ain't seen that in...
My current situation is helping me.
Okay.
I do have a friend who I am interested in, and I pay attention to what he says. And in a way of, man, I wish I had a woman to do this. Like, I eat just to survive. I don't really have home cooked meals. Okay. Well, when we hanging out, I'll cook the meals. I'll make sure the dinner is on the table. Oh, you haven't eaten. Even if I'm at home, hey, I made some food for you. I'm going to bring it over. So those are the little things for me that I feel that will help. But I won't know unless a man sits there and says, I'm ready to take a chance on you. And let's see how this goes.
And nobody's offered to say that?
No.
And the whole term of you saying you're going to be single forever, nobody's ever offered that? Or you just been rejecting it? And now that you're not 15 anymore, you're listening now. Is that the case? Is that it?
Is that it? I don't think that's it. However,
I think it is.
Oh, okay. Because I didn't have people in my inbox. And I was like, oh, I want you. How so? Plan a date. I'm always open for dates.
Right.
Always. Any man that asks me for my number, I give it to him for the possibility of this for being something more. The follow through is trash.
Not everybody.
Majority. So I won't say everybody, but anybody who has approached me, I've given them the opportunity.
And they didn't fumble.
They fumble.
I don't believe that.
You don't believe it?
Where's the accountability? What are you doing wrong?
What am I doing wrong? I'm not.
It gotta be something. We've already uncovered that you are the common denominator in these situations.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody ain't just coming incorrect.
I'm not saying incorrect, but I have my non-negotiables.
And what are they?
That is, I'm not getting rid of my male friends. And that's the biggest thing that's been happening. Even with the current date that I had in the last month. That gentleman was just like, yeah, if I'm in a relationship with a woman, she cannot have male friends. That does not work for me. And that's the main thing.
The male friends that try to get with you and been unsuccessful.
They don't know that. So let me ask this. So
you get to keep that? That's like, okay, so that's like, well, I think you're going to give me a biased answer anyway, because you're already leaning this way. But that's like, you meet me, and I tell you, look, I got a couple girls that I used to be in a relationship with.
Mm-hmm.
It ain't work out.
Mm-hmm.
We still friends.
Mm-hmm.
and I've been intimate with him and all of that.
Mm-hmm.
You know what? You accepting us. Yeah. And then when you call me, yeah, I'm out with my friend.
Till I said, hey.
You ain't like that.
Oh, I'm like, I don't want to make a phone call. I am like that because, again, even with my background, I'm a social worker in a sense.
Mm-hmm.
And knowing and talking to some people, I know divorcees that are better off as friends. They are the best of friends and it didn't work out with their marriage. So why should anybody be like, why take that away? If I love you, I just don't love you enough to be with you no more, but I love you enough to support you in everything else. But also, to answer your question, I'm currently in that situation. Again, being poly.
Is he with that?
He has several, and I've met them. Hey, girl, how you doing? Gone on trips together. Again,
What is that? So that don't bother you in no kind of way. So you get ready, you can get off work or something, or you got some nice plan for him. You call him. He was Sarah. That ain't gonna make you feel no kind of way, or you just go, okay, have fun. You spent money on the evening. You bought a nice outfit.
If it is something that I planned, yes, because you wasted my time.
But no, it's just a sweet surprise. He don't even know it.
And just in the moment, yes, I'll be slighted. But then I check myself. That's not your man. You can have feelings all day long. What is on the tape? That's not my man.
How long do it take you to come to that?
Oh, very quickly.
Minutes.
Very quickly. I check myself. And I check myself. And I have female friends who will sit there and say this. I said, you guys are acting as if this is my man, that we're in a committed relationship. We're not. So when you take it for what it is, you check yourself. You said accountability earlier. I hold myself accountable. Check yourself. That's not your man.
I think you lying.
That's cool.
I think you lying. But we was talking about that earlier though. It's some flexibility with lying. Like, you can lie a little bit.
I can lie a little bit.
Yeah, you can tell like a white lie, something that's not harmful.
But I didn't lie. I said in that moment I felt slighted. I felt them. I was in my feelings.
But you was telling me a situation about how you go into relationships.
Oh, majority of the time, the current one, because it's a friendship, it's different. Majority of the time, I'm using the wrong head. I go in it with sex.
Okay.
I don't go in it for a relationship. I go in wanting sex, and then as time goes on, I play it the way that it needs to be played, of what we agreed upon. Feelings do occur. Not gonna ever say that they don't, because we're all human.
Right.
But I check myself because of the agreement.
So in the beginning of a relationship, you tell the guy, look, Hal, or whatever his name is, Billy John. I'm just here for sex.
Yes.
And he'd be like, no, I want a long-term relationship.
No, it happens later on.
After you put the cat on him.
Or we spending time together. And so you bring up, but if your movement don't change, if you have not stepped up to say, let's go on dates, if we just hanging out at the crib.
How long are you giving this before you realize that?
It varies. So it could be up to 2 or 3 months.
Okay.
6 months. But I'm at the point of, and I have friends who be like, you're too harsh on these men. I'm like, but I go into it saying I just want sex.
Right.
Granted, things can change. I could start having feelings for them as well. But I know what the agreement is. So like I just said, I check myself. But they'll then express themselves and say how I treat them, they don't like, and if they wish I did X, Y, and Z. Okay. Let me switch up. If that's where you want to go, I have no problem opening that door.
Mm-hmm.
I'm open. But then once I start expressing myself, oh, you know what this is. This ain't supposed to be that.
So y'all take turns holding the sword and shit.
I guess so.
You hold the sword when you checking yourself. That ain't my man. And we ain't in a relationship. And then that's when you catch feelings, and then when he catch feelings, or the opposite way around. I don't know if that makes sense though.
A lot of things in life don't make sense, but it's happening.
And you get a kick out of that.
Sometimes. So in my last situation, that was very kind of rough because it went in just being playful, and he was the longest that I've ever talked to and dealt with, and that was for like a year and a half. And so feelings became deep, and then he flipped the script on me.
What did he start doing?
Huh?
What did he start doing?
He found another woman and got married to her.
So he never even talked about marrying you, or?
There was a conversation in the beginning, but before marriage comes to dating.
What was the conversation?
Just how he felt that biblically we were already married. All the whole
So he
line.
wanted to marry you.
He's talked about it. He had.
Did he?
I can't say because we weren't in a relationship. So you're saying that, but what niggas do? You gonna pillow talk? You gonna say whatever to have a woman do what you need them to do, right? So he did that, and it wasn't bad times. We had great times. We never argued. That was my fun person. And then I thought, oh, well, maybe things are changing. We can possibly have a relationship.
Mm-hmm.
And then when I thought that was happening, then that's when he said, hey, I met this other woman, and then ended up marrying her.
And then 10 minutes later, you was able to check yourself and like, hey, that wasn't your man.
I enjoyed the experience. So I did check myself. And again, like we talked about earlier, I'm in therapy. I've had conversations with my therapist. It's not a checking yourself in 10 minutes. But when we live this life, it's for an experience.
Right.
I enjoyed that experience. Yes, I felt all these emotions, but it was for that experience. I never want to tie down somebody if I don't need to. Every experience is a blessing. The way that I move my life with God is everything happens for a reason.
So I got out of it what I got out of it.
Thank you. And people looked at me even when he got married and was like, how can you still talk to him? I said, because it was for a season. It was for that experience.
Right.
I loved him, cared for him. And now we're at the point of trying to have a friendship.
So you don't think that's supposed to be your situation at all?
No. I literally live in the moments.
Truth is, you never got over him and all of that. That ain't the song for you.
Mm-mm. Because I can love you, but not be in love with you and see you prosper. If this is the woman for you, even with my current situation, whatever woman you choose, I want you to be happy.
So is this something deep down in you that wants, like, okay, I'm giving you, like, almost like what the Bible does. It gives people free will. I'm giving you free will
to do whatever you want to do.
Or Jake, whatever these
names whatever is. These men name is.
Biff.
Okay.
I was watching Back to the Future.
Okay, got you. Okay.
I'm giving you free will.
Mm-hmm.
And you got the right to do whatever you want to do.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not mad at whatever you choose.
Mm-hmm.
But I just want you to choose me. Is that what you're saying, like, deep down inside?
I'll say yes. And let me tell you why. It comes from something. It comes from my childhood.
Right.
Of not being picked. Right? So I know this and I'm working on it as an adult. But even as I'm working on it, I can't correct it if I'm never put in that situation. So my issues as a child was I felt that I wasn't loved enough. Right? And I was always begging for attention, even in high school or whatever, of wanting everybody to like me. I'm the only child. And during that, it developed to adulthood. And I was still seeking stuff from not only my mother, but my father, who wasn't really active in my life. That caused me to pick the men that I pick. So now, my current situation, I'm doing things differently, but I'm not self-sabotaging like I normally do, because how can I fix something if I'm not in that situation?
Let's go back to that day though.
Which one?
The day when you started to really understand that you wasn't getting loved enough, and
Okay.
you made your mind up and said, I'm gonna look for it in other places. How old were you? Because I have daughters.
Mm-hmm.
I have two and a third on the way.
Oh, well,
Yeah,
congratulations.
we be working.
And
We be
every time I
working.
see, I'm like, oh, here's another baby.
Shouts to my wife.
Yes. Hey, girl.
I love you. Shouts to cuisine. What was that day though? How old were you? What was it? Was it like a toddler stage, teenage, where you felt like, look, I'm not getting the love, I don't see it, so I got to start looking for it in other people, places, and things?
I want to say that it was, as I look back, in elementary school, but it could have been before then. So I moved to Chicago from Denver. A lot of people don't know that. And so when I moved there, I left my father.
Okay.
And so me and my father, from our how I remember, we had a tight relationship before I moved. And so coming to Chicago and just being me and my mom, that was an adjustment. And so not knowing everything that unfolded as a child, does he not love me anymore? Right? And so that goes back to maybe I moved to Chicago around 4 or 5. But it didn't start coming out until I was in 7th grade.
You remember that day?
Mm-hmm.
That moment? What was that?
And I remember that day, I was crying for my grandmother.
Okay.
Because that was a person also who I had a relationship with and who gave me the love that I felt that I needed.
Okay.
And not saying that my mother does not love me. So not saying that. But it was something in me that day.
Grandparent.
It was something
they do it
in me that day that made me feel that I wasn't loved enough, because I was like, I want to be where my grandmother is. Like, I miss my grandma.
And your grandmother had passed?
She had passed. And that was the reason we moved to Chicago after she passed.
And you wanted to be with her?
Yep.
Was that a life-taking contemplation?
Yes. I was suicidal. And then it went on. So then as you grow older, that was the moment, 7th grade, having a bad day. Remember being in the library and I didn't go to any of my classes. I just sat and cried. I remember that day. But then fast forward, 15, my best friend was killed.
I remember.
My best friend, who was my boyfriend before, he became my best friend.
Okay.
That moment also was tough for me, because that was him being my best friend. I was in a relationship. I had a boyfriend. But when he died, my boyfriend wasn't there for me.
Right.
A boyfriend who proposed to me and gave me a ring at 15. Now you're showing me what my future looks like, that I won't have the support and love that I need. So what started October 18, 2005, Miss Single for Life Golden. Because in that moment, I felt that I would never get the love that I yearned for.
Because you was getting it from another place and it felt so pure. There wasn't no motives.
There was no motives of still support. Again, even when we had this conversation, Eddie thought I was pretty. But we respected each other enough to know that we're family.
Right.
And so that was no more. And we supported each other as friends.
Wow.
And so that's the foundation that I have for now being where I'm at, of continuing to have the friends that I have. Because I knew then that I could still have male friends.
Now, those suicidal contemplations, was that before 15?
Yes. And it didn't stop until I was probably 25.
What stopped it?
There-
And then were there any actual attempts?
Yes, there was attempts. But it was like dramatic attempts.
Okay.
So basically,
No weapons, no medicine.
No medicine. It was basically trying to suffocate myself.
Now, what the hell was you doing?
Sir, I was going through things that I didn't understand. Right. And that's what life is. Like
suffocating yourself? Like, not pillow.
Yeah. No, pillow.
Wrapping.
Yeah, pillow. No, pillow.
How the hell?
That's why I just said dramatic. Didn't I just say dramatic?
How you gonna succeed?
It was dramatic. You asked.
Trying to jump off a
no
first floor.
Now, if I wanted to, we all know there's ways that could have easily been done, but it was me in those moments of not wanting to feel certain things that I was feeling, and so I was suicidal. What changed? Therapy. I was introduced at the age of 25 to a women's group at Trinity Church.
The church, okay.
And so we had a women's support group. That started my healing. I was 25. All the other women were in their 40s that were just starting the therapy.
So you felt like I'm in the right place, and confirmation of this is I'm getting a hold of this before
I lead to that. I get to that age. Because those are still women that I see today, 10 years later, and thank me for, again, pouring into them even when I was struggling. But that's what stopped my suicidal ideation, was therapy. And ever since then, I've been in therapy. So I guess it's more than 7 years, but I've been in therapy.
Okay, so now that the suicide thoughts are gone, is that thought of still wanting love, is it still there?
Yes.
Are you still searching for that, even through suicidal thoughts and beyond?
I'm not searching for it because I know God loves me, and that's the only love that I really need.
Okay.
The desire is still there, but I'm not forcing it. If it comes, it comes. I know I'm worthy to be loved. I know my heart. I know who I am as a person, that loving me wouldn't be hard.
You want somebody to knock on your door?
No, but get to know me. There's men who you don't take the chance to get to know me. And I don't know if it's because of my field that I'm asking those questions to get to know a person, but those questions aren't being asked to me. So how do you choose me without getting to know me? If I'm asking you questions, I would think the questions I'm asking you, you'll kind of ask back to me.
Right.
It's not happening.
But these are guys you just picked because you say you just want some cock from them.
Not all guys. But I'm saying if I approach you, yes. But there are some guys that I give chances to. But I do not even cut them off. It just fades away. I'm not,
because you ain't looking for that in the first place.
But they don't
right?
know that. They don't know about Single for Life. If you don't know me from high school,
you trying to have both of them now. You just sat up here and said, some people that you give a chance to don't succeed.
Mm-hmm.
But why is there even a chance given if you know you're single for life? If that's the campaign you know you on, why you let yourself down?
Because of the question is still the desire. Which I hear what you're asking. And I ask myself all the time. I'm like, it's single for life. I entertain it because of the people around me and who's I tell them, I'm like, y'all praying on my downfall. I keep telling y'all I want to be single, and y'all keep praying for me to have a man.
Companionship is.
But I have companionship.
In any time of the world.
I have companionship though.
Okay.
So companionship doesn't mean that you have to be my sexual partner either. Companionship means I can have a friend. You can provide companionship of us going out to eat, breaking bread. That's companionship. I have my female friends who I go and watch movies with and just hang out with. It doesn't have to be defined just by one thing.
Right.
Companionship is what I get from all my friends, male or female.
I don't know.
Of course, hey, and everybody lives life differently. You've been in a relationship, you're married, you have children.
Right.
I haven't. I have a child, but I have a relationship with her.
You say you got a child?
I do. Yes. She ain't a child no more.
Okay. A godchild? Or...
She's my child.
Okay. I'm sure, like, I thought I missed something.
No, she'll be 22 next month.
Okay.
That's my baby.
Okay.
That's my girl. Been raising her since she was born. That's my child.
Okay. Okay.
Not everybody knew. Till she turned 20. Well, she's been around. Nobody paid attention. Again, you don't get to know me. How would you know things about me?
That's something pretty good. That's new. I thought I knew you.
She was born before I got to Morgan Park.
Whoa. Get the...
That's my baby. I just talked to her today. She'll be 22.
Whoa. I hear a lot of women talk about a soft life and all of that.
Oh, yes.
What does that look like for you?
A soft life is not having to be in control, not to be strong, to be vulnerable.
But that's what y'all want to be, though, right?
What?
Y'all want to be strong.
No, we don't.
Y'all encourage vulnerability.
No, yes, we encourage vulnerability.
Y'all want us to be vulnerable.
Correct. But that's to tap in. I need a safe space. If I don't know what keep you up at night, what feelings that you have, how will I be safe in telling you what's going on with me if you can't tell me what's going on with you? As a man, what I keep hearing is, as a woman, we can't help y'all problems. But you never know. Sometimes just being held through it can help. But that's why we ask for men to be vulnerable, because it's like, oh, rah, rah, rah. But that's how y'all was taught, that men can't cry and do this. But I don't know that vulnerable side. But me being strong and being single and not being taught how to be a girlfriend or a wife, I'm strong too. So now I'm like, I don't trust you either.
You wouldn't trust that man that told you everything that was on his mind, and it was something that made you feel like he was less than how you viewed him.
I'm different.
You lying. You wouldn't trust that.
Oh, but no.
You might be. You saying that. I'm going to give you that.
I done had men who told me.
What they tell you?
How they've been molested. Who molested them. That doesn't take from who they are as a man. They're still providers.
I get that.
Even so, what are you saying?
I'm saying something like, I don't like anything out of how you view the guy, how you view that man, whatever. Okay, so you just described a man that would allow you to submit.
Mm-hmm.
And he tells you something that goes against how he got that allowance in the first place. You ain't gonna trust that man, or you may change your level of submission. You may dial back a little bit. Something's going to change. He can't tell you that he's different now.
I'm going to say I don't believe it, but because I have not been in that situation, I can't speak on it. I hear what you're saying.
Right.
That hasn't happened for me. Everybody who has come to me, even when it comes to kinks and all of that, when it comes to that. So trust me with that information and let me see how I move with it. You could be right. Again, sometimes I put myself up.
Time out. Don't gloss over that.
Well, you said this is a family,
You said you could be right.
Yeah.
You not gonna trust that man once he tells you he's a different person, or he thinks different, or he feels some kind of way other than how you viewed him in the first place, that allows you to submit. Because you said over the last 20 years, right?
Mm-hmm.
Nobody can fit that criteria. So now whoever does, they sit up and tell you whatever made you.
And again, I won't know. I can't say it's not a hard no for me.
But you just said I might be right. Because there's a chance.
I said it might. Because there is. That's why I said it's not a hard no.
But because there is a chance.
It's always a chance.
Exactly. And it's contingent on what you're going to tolerate from a man.
And yes.
Right.
If so I'm put in that situation.
Ain't no damn situation. How is we finna feel safe enough to know that we can tell you anything and it not change how you view us?
Because as men, you guys give tests just like women do. You gonna get a test.
Y'all are built on emotional balls.
And guess who are more emotional than us?
But we don't get that opportunity. That's all I'm trying to point out.
And what I'm trying to say is we want that safe space for you guys.
No, you don't.
I can't speak for every woman because they're not me. They're not Jay Golden.
Okay.
So, speaking for me and my experience with the males that I have in my life, I don't look at them different. I haven't had a male that I'm like, oh no, like you totally off. No.
What you just said.
There's a possibility because it's always a possibility.
And
there's always a possibility.
And that's the same possibility that men will also tell themselves that platonic friend is going to want a piece of that cake. That possibility. That's why we're not going to be platonic friends. And that's also why we're not going to tell you the damn truth, if there is a truth, on how we feel, because we know it's going to change how you look at us. Now, honestly, from an honest perspective, I've been with my wife, so long. I got to think now.
Yeah.
Let me get this right.
Okay.
13 years.
Okay.
And she is safe, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But it's even with that, though,
mm-hmm.
I think that's the general
mm-hmm.
base level safety that she provides. I don't know if I can tell her,
I got you.
I don't know if I want to. Just
maybe that's more of an ego thing of why you don't want to, instead of being in a safe space of your ego, or because you're thinking about somebody else judging you instead of the person that's standing in front of you.
Well, it's just the level and the standard that you want to keep yourself at. You know what I'm saying? Being the cap, I gotta go down with the ship. So I can't tell you this motherfucker got a gas. I can't tell you it's a hole in this bitch. I can't tell you nothing. I just got to go down with it because that's the job. I'm afraid of telling you that I'm not doing the job.
But if she's your rib, she's supposed to help you through it.
That, but no, we're not talking about who she should be in those situations. We're talking about who the man decides he wants to stay in those situations, which is why he won't say. He won't even give the woman the chance to be that safe space, because he ain't gonna goddamn say
right
something wrong.
I got you. And then again, okay, for that, then it's always going to be a barrier.
Only because that 50% exists. Only because there's going to be something that you say, all right, look, nigga, I can't deal with this. All the shit he led all these years, all this time, It's gonna be something, and we be like, okay, look, Biff.
I get it. And that's for me from the outside looking in, because again, me not being in a relationship, that's another thing where there are women who, tell me everything, and then you use it against him. Right? I hate that, because again, I'm the one promoting safe space.
Exactly.
But then I have my counterparts saying, oh no, they could tell me, and then you use it against them.
Exactly.
So I understand that. And again, for me, that's why I remain single. Another reason. Because as my friend, you could probably tell me your darkest secrets. But if I was in a relationship with you, you wouldn't. So why, for me, what's more important is the friendship.
Because that stays honest.
That stays honest. My desire is to be loved, to be in a relationship, to have a lifetime partner. I do not want to ever get married, so the single for life still stands. But to have a lifetime partner where I can enjoy life with is something that I desire. That doesn't mean that I'm going to get it. But I don't restrict myself. I don't block my blessing. Again, if you approach me and you give me your time, or you say, this is what I want, I'm following your lead.
Right.
So again, as a man, you're saying, I want to pursue you. I want to date you. Cool. But if you ain't making no dates and you ain't conversing with me and all of that, I'll just stay over here, because this is what you told me that you wanted. And I was open to it, but you never followed up. So that's how it always goes. I put more in than I should. But it always ends because I might be too much.
That's some narcissistic shit to say. I put all it. I give my all. I'm here every day, day in,
I can't
day
ask
out.
for something that I'm not willing to
clean,
give. I can't ask.
I S, I F. I do all of those things,
and it might not be good enough. Or I'm not everybody's cup of tea.
That's what it be.
I'm not everybody's cup of tea, and I believe
niggas ain't that freaky.
I know, and I realize that too. Where they say that was too much for me. But I'm not changing who I am.
Right.
Because that's something that's not for you. I'm not everybody's cup of tea. I'm not attractive to everybody. I get that.
Right.
But I do know how to be accountable. There are some times where I thought I self-sabotaged. But as I process it, no, they just weren't for me. And it was that experience. I learned from it. I enjoyed it. I accepted it. That doesn't mean that he was wrong or I was wrong. Just didn't work out. And it hasn't worked out. But that doesn't, I want to stop talking to niggas.
Right.
I want to.
That ain't it. You gonna keep going.
Life is not, I want to not talk to them and be good. No, it's still that desire. So I can know what it is, but that desire is still knocking.
Somebody gonna get it right.
What God has for me is for me. And in the meantime,
62.
I'm enjoying it.
And I finally get
I saw a couple, they was together for probably 60 years and they was finally getting married. Because he was like, I need to make sure. Or she was like, I had to make sure that he was the right one. I got family members together for years. They ain't married.
Yikes.
30 years. So yeah.
What are some common misconceptions about women? And then what are some common misconceptions about you?
About women, I'm not contradicting myself, but there are a lot of women who are more accepting of a man saying, hey, I like you, but I might like other women too. And are you okay with that?
Women don't be okay with that.
I know some that are. And I'm not going to say a majority because I know people like to play on the words that are being used.
I know.
But I have a large group of women that I know that we like, if you just tell me from the jump, cool. we move accordingly. But when you try to put me in this bubble and have these expectations, that's where things mess up, because you want this to be all faithful and me and you, but you over here with Sarah and Jill. Instead of saying, hey,
I'm gonna be with Sarah.
I'm gonna be with Sarah and Jill, but I like you too. So, the misconception is that there aren't women out there that is accepting of the lifestyle. And again, that goes back to me being poly. But that's done wrong sometimes. People want to be swingers instead of poly.
Poly want a cracker, or you like the BBC?
So you have that. But, for misconceptions about me, you talked about my sorority. I have a lot of fraternity friends. The misconception is that I'm a hoe.
Oh, wow.
I can walk in a room and it'd be 15 to 100 men.
And they all finna want to hug you, and
they gonna greet me, hug me. Have I had sex with them? No. But for a man who is interested in me, seeing me from across the room, that intimidates them, that brings out their insecurity, I'm a hoe.
hey, I don't even have time to dispel any myth or whatever you think I am. Look, whatever you think, just think it.
That's it.
Because you ain't gonna say nothing to me anyway.
You said, oh, I like you, but you got too many male friends. I don't know what no. Because then you want me to, your insecurity is something that you have to work on. That's not your partner's.
No. So you see, like I was telling you earlier about optics, you got to look at how this shit looks.
Agreed, but that's not for me, and then I'm not for
These
you.
niggas ain't just, these niggas is salivating every chance they get.
Because I'm beautiful.
Right. And you just, oh yeah, no, these are my friends. These are my colleagues.
Because that's what it is. Because I put them in that category.
They're not finna want to hear that.
And that's why they're not with me. I hear what you're saying. And if it was meant for it to happen, they would be my partners, and they're not. I had a friend our mutual friend told me, a man for you is someone who has to be confident in knowing the men that you hang out with, can walk in a room and still own it, knowing that all these other men are at you. I haven't found him yet.
Get the fuck out of here.
Because do I stop my support system? No, I don't. Again, I've been through a lot. I'm not going to, because I don't even know if you'll be around. So I'm going to X out the ones who've been holding me down for 20 plus years for a possibility. No.
I get that.
I respect you. I know to limit my engagement with my friends if it led to that. Where summertime, we together every day, every other day, summer. But if you my man, I'm going to limit that. But I'm also going to bring you around my friends too. Because a lot of people don't do that. They keep their partner and their friends separate.
You giving your guy threesomes and all of that.
Yes. Not all the time. But yes. Why not? Because it's for an experience. It's still an experience within life. I don't own you. You're going to do whatever you want to do regardless. If it's something that I enjoy doing, why not partake in it too?
I don't think you're being truthful. Well, you said not all the time, because it's going to be sometimes.
It's going to be sometimes I don't want to be bothered. I had that done. Y'all can have fun. I'll be right here. Literally just had that done.
Oh, okay.
But it wasn't my man. So when you talk about things, again, it's from a perspective of not being in a relationship with that person.
No, I get that. So I did get a chance to get some screenshots of your Facebook posts, and some of them I thought, were nice.
Okay.
and I wanted you to expound a little bit upon this first one. Well, you did talk about if a man leads, a woman will submit. You did talk about that.
Okay.
You said, don't mistake your now for everyone else's must.
Yes. With me stating that, and I worded it that way, your urgency is not mine. And so when you, whether it's a friend or a partner, something that might be important to me that I want to address at that moment might not be as important to the next person. And so your urgency is not mine. So what you need me to do right now, I can probably do that tomorrow.
Right.
That's not my priority right now in my life. I know you want me to support you, but that's not where I'm at. And we can address it later. But that also was to me, to myself, because I was going through something and I wanted somebody to show up. And I was like, I checked myself. I always check myself.
Right.
I checked myself and was like, they'll get to it. And if they don't, that's okay. But they're not going to move quickly just because you want them to. And so that's why I made that status.
I knew something similar to that. It was like, your lack of planning is not my emergency.
Yes, absolutely.
So just because you ain't handling business in this,
don't mean that now I got to hurry up and do X, Y, Z, or you feeling this way, so now I got to cater to you. No. Is it nice? Yes. Is it fulfilling? Yes. But it's not a necessity. Your need is not my need at that moment. So that's where that came from.
That's dope. Then you had something that was kind of, I know I need you to explain this.
Ooh-wee. Okay.
You were saying majority of the time a woman is the reason men are emotionally unavailable.
I'm so glad you asked about that. When you read it, what did you think?
Initially, I don't know if I had a thought.
Okay.
I wanted to just see what the responses would be.
And did you see the responses?
Later, yeah,
Okay.
I seen some of them.
Okay.
Because I knew when you made that post, I knew it was something that was going to bring in a bunch of responses, a lot of thought, provoking.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but to answer it now, I don't know if women are, so I guess it goes and it ties to a psychological answer, because you have to do some deep tracing, some deep thinking. Boys, men as boys was always taught, like you said, there were certain things, there were certain emotions that we couldn't display.
Correct.
We just covered that.
Yep.
You can't cry.
Yeah.
You got to be hard. You got to be tough. And you taught that as a boy, and you grow up with that, and you think that's law because you got it from family.
Yeah.
You got it from your mother. You got it from your aunties. You got it from your sisters. So you had to be tough. So you put this front on, and you sign away your humility.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Because you just got to be this soldier all the time, every day of your life. You got to be this soldier. So certain emotions, you don't get the chance to display. Yeah. You don't get the chance to have. You don't get the luxury to have.
Right.
So I guess that does make sense.
And so when I have conversations with men, who's the first person to hurt you?
It's probably a family member. Maybe mom.
And most of the time it's mom.
Yeah, a lot of times.
And so that's where my status came from. It's not, and so when people made comments on it of they blame women for everything, I'm not blaming. But when you sit here and you ask a man who's the first person who hurt you, he could say a woman, his mama. Because girls, it's either they daddy or they mama. I wasn't lying. I asked a question and that was the answer to it. But also go back to my field. Most of these cases that we get is in the mother's name, not the daddy's. It's
Because
the
we don't be the problem.
overall, but in DCFS might be different. But it stems from that. A mother choosing a man over their child. Again, when you ask a man the first person hurt, it might not be the mom, it might be the girl in 8th grade. But then that's when y'all guard go up. I don't trust her, she hurt my feelings. And so after that first or second hurt, you move different for every woman moving forward. And so they don't get the woman, to get the man who they should have had in the beginning if their mama didn't hurt them.
Well, then I'll even go further and say it's a corrective measure. Or at least that's
corrective
what we
action
think.
plan.
At least that's what we think.
Mm-hmm.
We think because it's forbidden by mom that, we need to have this emotion removed by the time we get to girlfriend.
Yeah.
And then, we find out certain emotions don't get allowed. And by the time we become an adult, all of this shit got to be gone.
But it ain't.
All to find out we've been lied to, we've been misled. And all of the emotions that we've been trying to get rid of are the ones that we've been needing to have and show the most.
Exactly. And so even for that, I'm so pro black men, where I sit and I listen and I say things that might be uncomfortable, but we got to sit and think about it. How do we support y'all more? And that was my way of saying it, because I'm like, there are good men out here, but they're so blocked, like they don't want to show the emotions, the vulnerability, like we talked about. But then you lose out on things, because then as women, we don't want to deal with it. If you can't even show me half of it, then where do we go?
Right.
So that's where it came in, of being emotionally available. I don't know when you're sad. I don't know what's bothering you. I may not be able to fix it in that moment, but I want to know that you feel, that you're just not this logical person, when I know that you feel with emotions, but you show it in other ways where then it pushes me away. So that's where that question came from, is why are you emotionally unavailable? Oh, because this woman did this, or my mama did this. Comes from women. We come from women.
Is that something that y'all own, though? Is that something that y'all want to correct? But I don't know, maybe you can't say, are you a contributor?
That's something that I want to correct. But it's a lot of women who think that there's nothing wrong with it. You have a majority that think how men are supposed to be has nothing to do with what a woman did. I can only live my life and correct things that I've seen, that I've learned, that I need to unlearn, that does not fit my lifestyle. And so that's things that I've been working on. Again, listen to what men say, and I even adjust. Asking even about love languages. Nobody really asks men about that, and how, oh, yours is acts of service, or words of affirmation.
That's mine.
I literally found that out about 2 of my big brothers, and it made me think even more, again, for me to pour into them.
Yeah.
How can I pour into them? They're supportive as men. They support me. Why can't I just give that back to them?
That's my love language. I need to hear it.
And a lot of men do, and a lot of men don't. And so me knowing that, it's randomly sending you a text just to say something to pour into you. So I'm trying to correct it, but I can only correct it for myself.
But that's not your job, though.
It is my job if you're somebody that I care about. So I can only I'm not saying every man in the world, but if you're in my life.
And you saying, well, not saying you're open to receiving. I'm not saying that you just, open for the job, but all the men in your life, if it's something that they're not getting or not experiencing some other place, they can tell you, you'll pick that up, or you'll try your best to pick that up.
I will adjust. And if sometimes it's subconsciously or unsubconscious, where I just do it without even thinking.
That's a lot.
But where does it come from? Think about what I just told you earlier.
Right, damn. And that's how
You
you
see?
in turn get fulfilled.
That's how, yes. I know who I am through and through. I can sit here and sometimes I go to my therapist because this is my work too. I'm saying, okay, this happened to me earlier this week. This is what I figured out. She'll be like, yeah, you got it. I don't need to say nothing. Or, all right, cool, but let me add to it. But I'm always trying to be better. And again, taking accountability for my actions. I'm a woman who says sorry more than I need to. Because a lot of y'all say that women don't say sorry. I apologize more than I need to. But it's me to correct those things for myself. I only have one life to live.
Wow. Wow. A couple other things.
Okay.
You say you can love me and not save me.
Yes. From that statement is, I know I have people who love me. But if I'm drowning, how can you save me? You can only be there for what you can be there for.
Right.
So even when I said earlier, some things that a person goes through, nobody can help me through it but me. I know you love me. And even unfortunately with the most recent suicides that we had, people was like, oh, they should have just called. I would have been there. You couldn't save them. They knew you loved them. But what they're fighting with internally, you can't help them with. So you can love me and still not save me.
Is this something that you're trying to be saved? Are you trying to be saved? Or is something you're trying to be saved from?
No, not now.
Why you put it up?
Because in that moment, it probably was a suicide happened.
And that was recently.
A suicide happened. Unfortunately, I know of a recent one where it was a 14-year-old girl. So that's where it comes from. We have more suicides
Than what's reported.
And what?
Oh, I know. My brother works for CTA. He's in management, and he's on with the rail.
Yeah.
And a lot of stuff.
Absolutely. But if you look at statistics, and I don't remember the number, we have a lot. So, and again, it's people, oh, I love them. You can love them and show all the love, but that's not helping the demon that's in their head.
Right.
Or what they fighting from. You can love me, but not save me.
Damn. Shit. Yo, deep ass.
Listen, I try, but I look at it definitely in different aspects of life. But yeah, that's where that came from.
At the end of every show,
I
always ask my guests, what's something that we need to start doing and what's something that we need to stop doing as a race, as a nation, as a people, as men, as women, whatever category you want to put that start in.
Gotcha. Well, we need to start doing is loving on each other because more, right? So we say it, however, we don't do it. And it takes until somebody tells their story in order for you to look at them differently and respect them more instead of giving them grace in the beginning. So now what we need to stop doing is showing so much hatred towards each other. The Black community can take over the world, but we fighting with each other. Why? Instead of pouring into each other. Every woman I see, every man, it's congratulating them, it's pouring into them of being supportive. Because we all need to grow and we all can do it together instead of being against each other. All the killings and stuff, you mad over the littlest things. And even when we talk about relationships, you mad, some man mad, oh, you like my woman, so I'm mad at you. Or you like my man. Why are we there? When at the end of the day, we don't own nobody, for one. But that's where we need to stop hating each other and loving on ourselves. And that's what we need to do more of too, is loving on ourselves. Sometimes we take it out on other people because we don't love who we are. We don't love who we are in the mirror. I love all of me, my flaws and all. I know there's things that I'm still working on. I'm never going to be perfect. I'm not everybody's cup of tea. But I know every day that I wake up is to have a great day, because I know there are people who haven't seen this day. And so that's how I live my life, knowing that it can be taken in a moment because of what I've experienced. So every day is a blessing.
And it sounds like a life like that, you would want to live it with somebody.
Yes.
But
Again, I'm not
cool
against
if you don't.
it. I'm cool if I don't. I'm not going to dim my lights for anybody. Please accept me for who I am, but get to know me.
You're an experience.
Yeah. You got it.
You do have some events coming up. I do see you got bow ties and stilettos.
Yes.
What is that?
Bow ties and stilettos is a party that my chapter of Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated, Chi Omega Omega, has with the men of Omega Psi Phi Fraternity Incorporated, New Pi. There's a joint partnership where we raise money for scholarships.
Okay.
I actually have been the co-chairman for several years of it, not this time, but it's a great experience. Black excellence. You're in the room with doctors, lawyers, people who you can network with in any aspect of life. We party with a purpose. We have raised over $100,000. And granted, both organizations split it the way that we need to, but we're always giving back to the community. Right. That is one big fundraiser, and it's been going on for about 15 years now. And it grows every year. And so the tickets go on sale tomorrow, actually. Early bird tickets. Tickets are $85. Okay. And you get it. With that ticket, $85, you get a drink ticket. And then after that, general admissions goes on sale April 3rd, along with VIP. April 3rd is $95. And then, like I said, with the VIPs, I think it goes from $300 to $2,000 of what tables you can get. Okay. So that is an event that I hold true and dear to my heart. But again, it's partying with a purpose, and it's such a great time.
How can they find information on how to get tickets?
They can find it on several outlets. Facebook, you have Bow Ties and Stilettos. You can type that in. There's an actual page for that. My page actually is J Golden. On Facebook, if those who are already my friend. Instagram, I have it is sexy_insane6. I have that posted. The link is posted in there. You can go to New Pi Chapter, their website. You can go to www.ipcdf.org, and that's my chapter's website. That's our foundation where our money comes in through. And the links are on there as well.
Gotcha.
Yes.
I believe this was an excellent episode. You did great.
Well, thank you.
I always like taking guests' podgenity.
Yes.
You did well.
Thank you.
I truly appreciate you coming on.
Thank you for the invite.
Give me some love. Thanks again for tuning in to the Trent the Truth Show. Please make sure you like and subscribe to our podcast and YouTube channel. Follow us on social media, Trent the Truth. And if you have any questions, comments, concerns, or if you want to be a guest, email me at TrentTheTruthShow@gmail.com. Again, that's TrentTheTruthShow@gmail.com. Thanks again. Tell your friends. Watch it together.